Hey guys, hey, it's me, Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner. Hey, I forgot to mention in the first video that if you're watching this over on YouTube, you're actually watching a replay of a previously recorded live over on Facebook. And thank you for joining us. Hit that subscribe button if you're over on YouTube and hang out with us. I like to do the videos live and then upload them onto YouTube so they're all in one neat, orderly place, and that just makes it a little more fun for everyone. So, you guys, I'm just trimming these up. They dried nicely in the time that we were off. I got to have my phone call. I got to finish packing an order and all the fun stuff. So, I'm just trimming these up, you guys. Setting to the side. Our pieces that I want to use for signatures to where I need them. Just trying to stay a little neat and orderly. Let's see. I need to unpin this comment and see what everyone is saying. Dawn is here. Hello, Missy. Hello, Karen Sharon Robinson. Hello to everyone. So glad that y'all are joining us today for this day of a sewing journal. It is in a kit form. You guys can purchase a kit if you like over on the Shopify. It's in the description of this video if you like. So go ahead and grab one. Right now I'm just trimming these up. We have 1, 2, 3 laying here. Here's 4. And here's 5. And I have one misplaced. Oh, and here's 6. So, and then we're just going to start to put together a signature. Good morning, Nancy. So, I'm excited that these kits are going over so nicely with you guys. I'm planning a few kits for in August, but I got a special kit, special kit coming in August that I know you guys are going to want to get your hands on. I'm not even going to take any guesses. Hey, did you see that up? Oh, UPS. I don't use UPS. I use the United States Postal Service. Is that what you're talking about? Are they talking about striking? No, please don't tell me this. Backup then would be FedEx. And shipping is going to cost you guys more. What could they possibly want to strike over? Now I'm going to have to look that up, you guys. So, if you missed the first video, we put together our cover, and then I showed how to take the pattern pieces from the pattern that's in the kit. And I'll tell you what, the Postal Service does need to get on the ball, because I have packages missing again, and they were doing so well, you guys, so well. Look at how pretty this looks. So, hey, Debbie Fritz. So, what's everybody been doing? Anybody watch anybody good this morning? Anybody else good happening this morning? Okay, so all we have to do then is fold these in half to start to make our signature. And there are 6 of them. So, here's 1. And here's 2. I'm going to fold them all the same direction. And then if I need to flip them inside out for a type of layout, we can do that. So there's 2. And 3. How fun is this? This is fun. We got 4. So we took plain paper then. I'm making your day awesome. And then I'm lining it up with this. We took plain paper, which comes in the kit, and we backed it with the pattern. Okay, so the pattern is what backed it. And is that our 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so there's our 6 pieces. Oops, I want a pair of scissors flying. there's our 6 pieces for inside our journal. Now, we like to do about 12, so let's talk about the other papers that you're getting. In the kit, you'll get one of these. So this is a sewing machine. So you could technically turn it sideways, but I think what I want to do here is I want to turn it this direction and fold it up. Fold it up like so from the bottom. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half this direction. Now, if you do a tall skinny, you could just put it all in one. Okay. Then what I do is I fold this like so. And then I just take a pair of scissors. Oh, geez. Now that's, I'm telling you, the gravity in this room is strong. From this fold line down, I just cut this in a V. Okay. Then what we can do is we could technically fold this side up this direction. And flip this over and we can fold this direction. So that we have a pocket here and a pocket here. So when it's in the signature, that'll look good together. So to create those pockets, first of all, we have to unstick our glue. Michelle's going through bags of vintage stuff. It's over the principle of 2 different pay rates for full-time drivers and part-time drivers doing the same thing. Yeah. Is it for UPS, though, or is it the United States Postal Service? Which is it? Because now I'm curious to know. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little glue along this edge right here. Fold that up. That's going to create a pocket. So you can put a tag or something down inside of there. And then we're going to do a line of glue here and fold that up. So now we have pockets. Okay, and that's going to be one in our signature. Then I said I wanted to show you guys this here has Dictionary of Sewing Terms, and I kind of want to keep that for in here. So in order for us to create like a booklet, we need to cut this along here and get my cutting board out. We need to trim it along the bottom there. So I don't want to trim very much off, okay? Because if I take too much stuff off, what's going to happen is it's going to cut out some of the wordings. And if you really are into making it happen, then you want to do that, okay? So then we have, look at, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is attached over on this side. So we need to just trim that off a little bit right there as well. Ah! Well, we could have torn it, but we did tear it. We got a little tear in it. So, not a big deal. So now when we put this in as a signature, we have pages that have writings on them. Sewing terms, which I like. Okay, now this one is upside down. So we take it and we flip it, it'll be the right way. We take this one and flip it, it'll be the right way. Okay, so there we go. Now we have, this is actually 4 sheets then, but they're 4 really thin sheets, so I'm okay with counting that as sort of one piece. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then we have this one. We can do the same thing with this one, would be 8. We got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have all of this for that we could use, okay? So let's decide. I think this, what I'm going to do with this one is we're going to leave it and we're going to use it for tags and stuff, okay? If you really want to use it for there. Yeah, the stamps are going, they've already gone up. Here's our dictionary paper, and we can just fold this to add into our book, okay? Now we have to trim it or cut it or something, because nothing can be any bigger than what we have here. So these are, what is this? 8 1/4. You know what? We're just going to just rip it. And then we got some dictionary paper we can toss in there. And we can do this as a fold up, or we can do this as a tag. So see this part right here, Faith of Our Mothers. I thought that would be really pretty. This just happened to be the one that I pulled from this kit. But you can take this, we can take this and turn this into a journaling card, and then take this at the top for inside of our book. So all we have to do is a little trim, save this, and fold this. Okay, then you're getting 2 of these in each one, and I'm not pulling them apart, I'm leaving them. I will not tape them for you. That's the only thing. You'll have to kind of tape them on your own. Let's see. That's a Christmas one. Hold on, I need to find one that's not Christmas. That one's got acorns on it. Ooh. Okay, so here's kind of a pretty one that will sort of blend in. Okay, so all you have to do to make these happen is take a little washi tape, okay? So this is just skinny washi tape, and I'm going right down the center here. Right down the center. And you can do this on any old book page that might tear in the process. Okay, which any page could tear in the process. Let's just be honest about that. Even new paper, you could accidentally tear it. Okay, but I'm trying to use only the things in the kit today to show you different ways of doing this. So there's some pretty washi tape, so you'll need some washi. If you don't have washi and you have book tape, you can use book tape for this as well. Well, look, it gives it that nice little kind of border too. Bandage tape you can use, yep. So there's a couple of things. Now this is a little taller than what the other pages, but it's still the same size as the book, so I'm okay with that being a part of it. So we're going to do that one. And then I think I want this to be my first page. When we open it up, we'll have this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 is 12. And then we also have the poetry. So we can use the poetry as tags or journaling cards. We can also fold it this direction and just use the page itself. I'm a little reluctant unless it says about sewing in it, about using it for this. And I'm not going to like sit and read through all this poetry to try and figure out what's going to work and what's not. So I'm just going to keep it for tags because we'll just do some tearing and stuff like that. I am going to keep this washi on my desk though, because I'll use it in other places in the book to tighten things up, you know, so to speak. So any of these you can take to your sewing machine and you can sew on them to give them that stitched edging. Also, close to my heart sells a stamp set that that has stitches on it, and I got my block out, but I left my stitching in the other room. Let me grab it real quick. I think I know where it's at. Maybe I don't know. I do know. Okay. So I can get the link for this stamp set. I can get the link for this stamp set, you guys. It is, it's by Close to My Heart, and it has stitching like so. Okay. Alyssa is here. Hello, Miss Alyssa. And we're just going to line it up and press it down. So let's move this stuff out of the way. And let's decide, do we want it on all the pages, or do we just want it on a few, few of the pages? And do we want it on the whole thing, or do we want it just on certain spots? So I can tell you that I think we can just add it onto certain spots. Now, I have my thing here is very mucked up. But it still works. So you can do stitching on just one side of your pages. If you want to, you can do it on other sides. And I'm not too proud to use a stamp. Okay, so use it, don't use it. Take it to your sewing machine, whatever you like, okay? So you can take it and you can do just a part of your page, like so. And not use it on all of the pages, or all the places of the pages. It's your book. There's no rules. Remember, no rules in junk journaling. Only rule is to have fun. So there's one. And I'm not going to do all of the edges, but I am going to do some of the edges. And I like doing two different sections like that right there. And that right there. And who knows, we might even be adding stuff on here that will cover that up, but that's okay. And it just looks like the sewing machine hit it in some places and not in others. Okay, don't forget your other pages. That could look really cool stitched up or faux stitched. And because it's a sewing book, that's why I'm sort of kind of doing all of them a little bit. Because it just looks like the sewing machine hit it, right? So, who has stitching stamps that are like this? Anybody have it? Anybody have the ones from Close to My Heart? Other companies make them too, but Close to My Heart does sell them. I've sold several of these sets. People really seem to enjoy them. There's a lot of different stitches, so you could technically make it look like embroidery stitches. Okay, so there's those ones. This is not going to show up on. This is kind of slick, so it's not going to show up. You do have the ones from Close to My Heart? Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so these ones here, I'm not sure. Let's do it. I'm like, I'm not sure, but let's just do it. I like doing two sides, kind of like that. Although I think the inside I'm going to let go, because I can always come back and do it later. But it does look a little bit like you actually have sewn on it. So I love that this has this big space right here. So let me show you a little trick. Let's see. See if hopefully I can show you this trick. Okay, so grab yourself some corrugated cardboard. So that's kind of like what Amazon comes in and all of that stuff, okay? You could wet it and get it all unstuck and stuff. But then you have to wait for it to dry, so try to peel it if you can, or plan ahead. Plan ahead, okay? Try to get a lot of it off, because the bigger the spot you have, or stuff that you have. Now, I have a lot of stamps that have lines and stuff on it. This is a trick that I saw over on TikTok, okay? So, I have tried it. It does work. You're going to see here in a second that it works. So what you just want to do then is take your piece that you've got your corrugated cardboard from, and you want to ink it up. Now, I've not done it on this kind of paper before. I've done it on regular paper, so we'll see if it works out. But you can take this then, and you can press it down. Press it good. And it'll give you some lines. So then you've got like journal. Okay. Carol Maloney, on the page this afternoon, when we get off of here, I'll go ahead and I'll post a link for it. So you can make the purchase for the Close to My Heart. So you can create your own kind of journaling lines. I do have actual journal line stamps. And I did pick one up. That will be in the next auction. Whenever we have the next auction, I have a set. So, all right, I'm not doing the insides because I think I'm going to, where I glue on my lace and stuff, I think I'm going to do to the inside. You never can tell, though. You just don't know with that Jimmy Lou. She may come up with something along the way. But it is very cool, and if you don't sew, it does make for a kind of a cool look. Okay, so So sometimes when you're junk journaling, you end up doing this kind of stuff that is, I call this tedious work. This is work that like you have to take your time to do. It takes a little time out of like getting through the book and stuff, but it works out nicely and it's very nice. Okay. So here's our 6 pages like this. Here's our extras. I did say I want this to be as soon as you come into the book. So that's the first part of the signature there. Then we're going to give it one of these. So that's 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going back and forth, okay? We're going to count this one as 5. Ooh, and 6. This we're counting as all one, remember, even though it's 4 pages. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we got this as 11. And then we do have this one as 12. So when we would open the center, we would have this plain piece. I'm going to flip it so that the sewing page is the inside page where the signature will get sewn in, okay? So it's okay that these are sticking up. Like I said, I'll have to be a little careful with them to make sure that things go where they need to. Let's just make sure we're getting them all nice and kind of even where we want them to be. Okay, just like so. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And we're going to get it stitched in, you guys. Get it stitched in. And then we're going to put some lace. I got some pretty lace. Oh, you know what piece I forgot? That we have this stuff right here. And this just makes a nice addition into the book. It's a nice soft paper. Yep, we have a home and garden class. It kind of got let go, and I'm really sorry about that. So I do want to start doing more in it again, but there is a class for that. All right, here's this one. So we're just adding some clips to help hold things in place while we're doing all the things. All my clips are missing. Oh dear. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to stitch this bad boy in. Now, somebody did ask me about the We Are Memory Keepers punch board that I used to use to do this in, and it's here. I just haven't pulled it out to use it. So if you don't have an all kit, there are all kits. Have you ever done a light sanding of the glossy? Yes, it does. It does make it look matte. You can also take it and coat it with Mod Podge, with a matte Mod Podge. You can coat your papers with, and it will give it that less slick look. Yes. So there's that. Okay, so if you don't have a bookbinding kit with a nice needle, a nice awl, and some nice thread, I do have those. Listen, they're very reasonable in the shop. They're just $15, and you get it with a hand-stitched, not hand-stitched, but a sewn on my sewing machine by me needle keep. It's all wrapped up nice and neat together. I don't have one in here to show you, but those are just $15 in the shop, you guys, and they're very, very nice, and they work out very good. It has an awl, just like I use here. So if you need something, you can grab one, okay? But don't feel like you have to run over there and get one because I said so. All right, so there, we're making our holes now. So here's one. And I sometimes use 2 awls to just hold things into place. I don't really feel I need to do that today, but I do like holding that in the center one. Okay, and then we're going, we're going to make 2 loops at the top today. We're going to do the 2 loops because we're going to make a loop. Hello, Ian. It's afternoon where Ian is. It's still morning here in the United States on the East Coast. So hello, Ian. Welcome. We're going to make a little loop at the top, so then that way we can hang our charms and our dangles from it. So go ahead and make 2 holes at the top. If you don't want to have that and you just want to have 1 hole, then just by all means, go ahead, poke in 1 hole. All right, so there's our holes to stitch these in. So, okay. And then we've got our waxed thread. Your kit will come with waxed thread, you guys, for sewing. So we're going out through the center hole. And we're going to go to the second to the top hole there. We're going in the second to the top hole. And then we're just going to loop it around. So then we're going all the way out the top hole. And back in that second to the top hole. Sorry that I bumped my camera. My apologies. Okay, and we're just going to give this a good tug to make that tight up there. Then we're going to continue stitching just like we do all our books, all the way to the bottom. And then we're coming back up through the center. When you come through the center, you just want to pull that center line across to keep it out of the way. So that way when you come back up through with your needle, whoops, you're coming through on the opposite side, you guys. So then that way when you give it that good pull, snug tug, and you tie it up, you're going around that center hole, or around that center piece, and it's not going to untie through the hole. Okay, so nice knot. Knot it up, you guys, and you can tie it into a bow, or you could add some charms, which is what we're going to do here in a second. But let's take a look and see what we got. Oh my goodness, this is turning out so stinking cute, you guys. So we have our cover that we did this morning. We're working on, Sherry, this is the sewing journal kit. You can purchase a kit in the shop. They're over there. And we did the cover this morning. And we decoupaged some paper. Look at how our pockets look really, really cool. Right? So here's our first page. We decoupaged pieces of the sewing pattern. Look at how cool that looks together. Doesn't that just look cool? Now, if you get this paper from the sewing book and you're like, oh, hey, I don't really want to use that as a signature. I have other papers I want to use. That's fine. You can use this. You can fussy cut. You can use them for your tags and stuff, whatever you like. Here's a pocket here. Part of that sewing machine. Just looks super cute, right? Here's this stuff here. And then we have this part of the sewing pattern right here. Constructions. There's a little bit of terminology and a little bit of, we're going to, I was out yesterday and I got bit by a mosquito. So excited I caught you live. Just started bookmaking. Awesome. Drink packet box. I heard those work really good. Oh, you ordered the He Loves Me? That's awesome. That is so awesome. Okay, here's our little piece of this in here. And we got loads of fun stuff, right? So it's definitely taking on the form of a sewing journal. It's more for like writing and photos. So there are pages for writing. And look how cool. Yes. Are you just loving it? I'm really loving this. This is turning out super cute. Okay. So what I want to look at next is set this stuff down there for right now. We're going to make some tags and stuff using these in a bit. Is what are the extra things that you're getting in your kit, and what did I have in mind in doing them? Okay, doing with them. Okay, so first of all, there's the Aida cloth and the this stuff. Okay, so and then you have your little pockets, and some things you can just take, like these. You can just take this and you can just tuck them into pockets if you like. You can also, let me just grab one that's already here, that's already mine and already open. Some of it might be zigzag stuff, you guys. You just never know. You just don't know what Jimmy Loo's going to stick in your packages. So here's some here. This is like a real thin seam binding. And let's just try that. It's real itty bitty, you guys. So you can take this itty bitty and you can open it up. And you can totally do things like wrap it around the edge and glue it into place. So this one back here, in the second half of the signature, the edge was a little rough. Where are you? Here it is. So the edge is a little rough there. It was like stuck or whatever. So you can just take some of this. It was good, but I'm tired. And you can just wrap this straight around here like so. And just give yourself an edging so that it'll be on both sides, right? This is a little on this. This is very little stuff. And let it hang out. Let it hang off. It's okay if it hangs off. But let's do this. Let's take my glue. My granddaughter is giving my daughter a run for her money today. She's a little on the cranky side today. But you know, she's at the age now. You remember that age when you just had your babies were just cranky? That's where we're at. It's kind of where the place that she's at, poor thing. So you can totally glue this on. You can take it to your sewing machine. You can sew it on. Once I get half of it glued down, it should run a little smoother. So I'm just wrapping it around the edge here, like so. And then it just covers up that raw looking edge. And then we can do this side. Oh, someone's sending a mad face. Please don't send mad faces. If it's not your thing, you could just move on. If you hit it by accident, you could just recover by hitting a smiley face. But Facebook doesn't like when we get mad faces, and neither does Jimmy Lou. Jimmy Lou doesn't like when we get mad faces either. So there's what you can do with your bias tape. Let's see, these need to go out the other room. Okay. We used this. Here's a piece left over from that we did. Oh, sugar plums. I forgot to put this in the signature. Shoot. Okay, so I was going to create this as part of the signature, and now the signature's sewn in, and we didn't do it. So, you know what? We'll recover. We'll do something else. Okay, put that to the side. Close up your envelopes. I am not going to lick that. It is really cool stuff, isn't it? The kits are very nice. The link for the kit is in the description if you want to grab a kit. All right, so we're just going to make one of these little like fold down things, pockets that will hold some fun stuff. Okay, so we want to, then we're going to cut off the edges on both edges. Because I went and made a boo-boo, that's why. So it ends up being 5.5. So you'll get 2 envelopes in your kit. So just fold it in half like this then. And you're just going to glue, just a line of glue in the center. And fold it over. And then we do the second one. It's going to create some pockets that will pull out. Fold this up like this. Do the same thing. Just get, you only want glue in the center though. You don't want to glue the whole thing down, or it's not going to do this part. Oh shoot. I forgot to cut that off. Okay, then we're going to glue the 2 together in the same manner. Just a bit of glue in the center. Line these up. Push them together like so. Okay, and then remember I said we're going to use this kind of stuff for like decorating and all. Well, here we go. So see that Simplicity 5 thing? We're going to grab that. We're going to try not to cut off the guys' heads there, but yeah, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to... We're just tearing it. Celebrate Christmas in July? That's awesome. Turkey and all? Oh my goodness, how fun is that? So just like so, and then you know what? We're just going to take a piece of lace. And we'll add some lace along the bottom down here. This lace is not in your kit. But use any lace or any... You like my techniques? You mean my mad woman going crazy techniques? Because that's how it seems. That's how it feels some days. Some days it feels like mad scientist stuff. And this on here. Okay, then when we glue this into the book, then this will be a pull-out. So you can pull it out. You can put some other fun stuff in there. Okay, so you know what else I want to add? We're going to go into the box of goodies and find there's buttons. You guys have buttons coming. And just take one of those buttons and glue it on there. Just to make it a little extra. Yo, that was hot. There we go. Yes, it is a trim and scoreboard. It's a We Are Memory Keepers Pat McKinney trim and scoreboard. It is the board I love. I use it all the time. I now possess 3 because I lost the edge to 1, and it was time for a new board anyways, and the board was broken at the end. So there we go. Now you just got to find a place where you want to put it inside your journal. which these blank pages then become a really great spot for something like this. Okay, so let's see, where do we want it to go? That is a pocket, so I'm going to try to kind of stay away from the pocket a little bit if I can. This is nice because then it sort of pulls in from there and we can do it, right? We can. All right, I also am sending along some, this is wallpaper, and wallpaper makes for a great kind of background. So we're going to use it for that, for this, and we're going to trim this part off right here. Okay, and we're just going to glue this all together, you guys. Hi, Allie. So listen, you guys like my technique. Sometimes I dream about this stuff and I wake up and I'm like, oh, that's a fantastic idea. Sometimes I hit it on the fly. This one's on the fly because that's, because we made that mistake with the envelopes, which is my mistake, not your mistake. So then we created the little pocket. So now we have this like wallpaper look. And then we're going to just add this. And then this would just be a little pull down. So we just, so any tags or anything that we might make can get tucked into here. And it turns out super cute. So we're just going to, the whole thing right onto the wallpaper. Just like so. And we're just going to let it dry. Just let it be. And then the opposite side is see some of that as well. Okay, let's get to the center before I get too sidetracked on what I'm doing. And let's do something with these. So you're getting buttons, you're getting these little wood buttons, you're getting charms and dangles. And that's what I want to do. I want to put a sewing machine and a button that are going to hang out of this book. You're also getting some cool beads and stuff inside your boxes that you might want to add on as charms as well. Stay up there now. Some buttons that you have in there might be really cool to add on. Does this have a, hold on, does that unscrew? It unscrews, you guys. Oh my goodness, I just had an idea. I think it unscrews. Yeah, and it's a blade that you push with your hand. I don't know if this is untwisting or not. I don't think it is. I was going to be like, oh, I have such a good idea, but I don't think it's untwisting. All right, I'll figure it out later. Add one of those, and everyone is getting a button that says handmade with love. So I have some few things, and we're just going to make kind of a dangle charm off of these pieces here. So you'll be able to, these are pretty big pieces here, pretty big holes, I mean. When you just put a little hot glue on the end of your thing, now you got to work quickly and it could burn you, but if you pinch that, it's gonna like close it up so that way you can slide things through it a little bit easier. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. I want this pretty red bead on here so badly. It's like, it's right there. It just isn't going all the way. Do it. It's getting right there and it's getting stuck. Ah, okay. Well, let's go to plan B. We're just going to take this wooden bead. And we're going to go right through here. And down through here. And we're just going to slide it up. So as far out as you want that to hang, slide it up to. Right? And then anything you want to add on with it, you can. I wanted that bead to go on, but it just wasn't. It was having none of it. Okay, and then let's add this little button. Okay, so we're going to hang this as a charm. So you want it to dangle some. You're getting a Temu order. That's so fun. All right, so we're just going to tie this in a knot, you guys. Like so. And then sometimes you have enough room in your beads to come back up through, like I just did there. I don't know if we'll have enough room to come back up through the button or not, though. No, but we can tie it behind there. Just like so. And then this is going to dangle outside of the book. And it's going to look cute. Stop. Stop screwing up on me. Alright, so there's our little piece that's going to hang out. And we can cut. Ouch. We can cut this off. Just like that. Alright, now we have this charm that's going to dangle outside of our book. And then we have this other one. It's got a bead that said, or a button it's going to have that's going to say handmade with love. And we're going to let this one hang a little bit longer than the other one. Whoops. We're going down through, and we're going back up through. And I want it to kind of dangle together. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh, I'm way off the camera. Why aren't you shouting at me, you guys? And I really wanted to put this red bead on. This one's going to be too big. This one might be too big. And we might just end up doing another button. So whatever you want to add on to your pieces, you can. Here's a little sparkly piece. Hey, Rolla. Glad you're joining us. Listen. Stop doing that. Stop splitting up into pieces. Stay with your group, please. All right, there we go. So there's a little pretty. And then I did want to do another thing out here, but I feel like these are all just a little too big. But you have other buttons and stuff that you can use. Other little charms. Sewing machine things. Oh, I just had an idea. We have the sewing machine piece. But hang on a second. I had a little bit of a thought there. Hang on. Let's see if I have one handy. Oh my How about a bobbin? If maybe you have an old metal bobbin would be better than this, but we're just going to add a little bit of glue. That's going to keep it from unraveling because it does have thread on it. I don't want it to unravel. So there's just a little, it's a plastic bobbin, but it'll work. It'll work for what I want it to do. So let's put this on. So little sewing notions just hanging out the end, and then our little Singer sewing machine off of there. Cute, right? Hi, Annette. We're going to have to trim it, you guys. I'm afraid it's just a little too much to go on through there. Give it up. Thank you. All right, and now we're just going to tie this on here. Scoot that stuff up a bit. Now, I know some of you guys don't really care for the charms hanging in the center, so then don't do it. If you don't like it, then don't do it. You don't have to. There's nothing in the rule book that says you have to do the charms hanging out. I like it. I think it looks a little on the cute side. I don't do it to every journal, but this one just, I don't know, it's just cute, right? All right, let's put this back up through here. like so. Then we have that pretty piece there that we can tie this around. Grace is like, I'm loving it. Good, Miss Grace. I'm glad that you're liking it. Since you're getting a kit, I'm glad you're liking it. So, and then there, that one little button says handmade with love, which is like, to me is perfect, right? So when you have this all closed up now you have these dangling out. We're going to do something really cool on the spine as well. And do you know what I did? I was not paying attention to which direction my wording was going. And I even had said, pay attention, it should be that way, and this should be on the front. Well, I didn't get that. We got it upside down, but that's okay. You know we're going to put stuff on it that's going to look really cool. Okay, so I did say I had a plan for this stretchy piece of fabric. So a couple of things. First of all, I've already tried it. It will stretch around your book to create like a closure, a belly band kind of closure. So by all means, feel free to do that. And I may end up doing that with this book as well, as I still add the tie closure, and I'm not upset about that. I can still do all the things, okay? You can also take this piece, you can cut it, and you can use it as a pocket. You can take it just like so, and you can wrap it around papers and stuff that you want to tuck into. You know, maybe you want to make like a little pocket thing that you can tuck these into, but I like that you can wrap this around the entire journal. So don't let me forget that I have that up there to use. Okay, so let's start talking about like the little extras. The extras, like the black, this is a, let's tie this closed and take a look. This is like a, it's a ribbony material, but it's frilly on the edges, and I have rolls and rolls of it. So we can totally use it as an edge for our book there. But I have a plan. We're going to do the cover later. I have a plan to use this zipper and do like a little cluster thing here on the front. So it's going to be too much, but I want you to know that you have that option. You have the option to do that. You also are getting enough of this to cover like your front cover. And it's got like sparklies and stuff. And you can even go a little, oh, I just had an idea. This would make a great pocket, you guys, because you'll be able to see all the fun things inside of there. You can do it that it's going to hang down here, hang out your sides here. So let's find a really cool place for it to live, because I want it to live somewhere. And you can go right to the center of your book if you want to, right in the middle, and pull this out of the way, and you can go straight across with it. You don't have to use all of it. You can trim some of it off, which is what I'm going to do. Let's see. We're just going to cut through, you guys. Just cut it off. Just like Michelle says, lob it off. Lob off a piece. And then we're just going to take this, and I'm going to cut it right down along this one, and I'm just gonna let these little pieces do all their little dangle work, all their little pretty work, okay? So I want you to know that this is like big, and if you're getting the kit and it's kind of stretchy, look at how stretchy that is. So we can use this for something. I've planned for the rest of this. So you'll get a piece big enough to do what I'm doing if you like, but we're just doing this along the bottom edge down here. Then you can take this and you can glue it right along the edge of your page if you want to, and just let some of that hang out and do all the fun stuff. You do it along the edge. You want to do it along the edge and let it hang out that way. So I'm just kind of playing around with what I have in the kit that I think will look good. So you can do along the edge here. I think I'm just going to do the bottom and let it kind of, it'll look pretty, even though it'll get folded up. I'm debating. Right now what you see me doing is debating. Do I want to cut this, do one side and one side, which I might just decide to do that, because that is going to fall right in the middle of that. So let's just do that. Let's just cut this up here. All right, we'll add one to one side. We're just going straight across with some hot glue. Now it's fabric, so you can use Fabri-Tac if you like. Don't use those scissors, Jimmy Lou. The boss around here will get mad. Okay, and we have a little bit right there we want to do. All right, do the same thing over here. Just add in a line, and then add in my piece. Just like so. Look at how pretty. Then when this is closed up, we now have more things hanging out the bottom. I like this stuff hanging out. Tell me in the comments, do you like stuff hanging out, or you're just like, nah, not so much. Not so. I like it. I think it looks pretty. I think it looks really cute, and I'm kind of loving it. Okay. I'm sending you some of this chenille bedspread, and this stuff is fun, you guys, to use. But I will tell you ahead of time that when you cut it, you're going to get fuzzers. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to do what it wants to. Okay, so it's a bedspread. You can cut it and you can use pieces. So you can go to a place that you want to and you can add it as an edge. And I like adding things as edges. Tell me also in the comments, are you an edge person? You like stuff hanging out too? Yeah, I like the edge stuff because then it kind of reminds me. See, when I put this on here, it's not going to cover up that much. It's going to cover up this stitching right there, but I don't really care. And I'm going to let some of it just hang right out the top and right out the bottom. So we're just going to do some right out the top and right out the bottom. And you guys can use these books to write in, to all kinds of things, all kinds of things. All right, so let me tell you, I am decided to add a bonus into the sewing kits for anybody who purchases today and who has previously purchased. You'll also get one. Is I have these came from Temu, and they just look like sewing things, right? So we're gonna grab one of these, and we're going to add it as part of this because I just think it will look really cool, kind of added in there and pull this all together. So, Pretty Pieces by Michelle. We decoupaged onto, the kit has these journaling papers in them, and we decoupaged the sewing pattern onto the paper. So, yep. So anyone you'll get, can't tell you which ones will be in there, but I think I have enough to put 2 in every kit. So if you purchase today, you'll get one in. Okay, so, and then you can just add it as whatever. You can also take them, and because they're blank on one side, you can tuck them in to your pockets and stuff and use them as journal cards. Okay, so you have that option. So now we have this kind of really cool piece. Leave the back for writing. So you got this place here, this place here. You can add photo or right there, photo or right there. I try to leave enough in here so that way you have all of that stuff happening. Okay, so I want to add some, you're getting rickrack, and all of these things that I'm using, like that I have extra pieces of, we're going to make a charm for on the spine that this spool is going to also be on. You'll get a spool in your kit. They're vintage wooden spool. This one's Coates and Clark. And, you know, we have some fun things that we're going to add as part of that dangle down. So just know that you can do it. You can do it. All right, we're going to add some of this right onto here because it's going to look pretty. And that's what you have to say to yourself when you're doing a journal like this is, what looks pretty? What do I like? I bought a kit from Jimmy Lou. The sheep's page. There was a sheep's page. Did I miss it? Oh, here. I should put a piece of it there. We can put a piece of it there. Absolutely, we can do that. So we will be taking a little bit of a break for lunchtime. And then at 2 o'clock. I won't be live after 2 o'clock doing this because I almost said close to my heart. That's not right. Oh my goodness gracious. Come on, Jimmy Lou, get with the program. Crafty Bunch event starts at 2:15. So, I want to make sure that we have enough time for that. Okay, so she said to put some of this on there, and I kind of had this idea to make it sort of like this. Oops. Hold on, I glued things together here. So if we take this and we put it there, and we fold this over this direction like so, we'll have a loop, but that's a little too much of a loop. So let's trim some off. And I'm going to staple, but in order to staple, I'm going to add a little, because I don't want it to move on me. So I add a little bit of glue there. Press that on. I'm going to flip this over. We're going to add a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to grab my stapler. Okay. And the reason I did that is because the glue is going to help hold it in place till I get that stapler around all of those chenille pieces. But you could glue it and it would be fine. But I like the look of the staple. I think the staples look really, really sweet. Okay, hold on. I told you, this stuff gets everywhere. So everybody's getting a tape measure. Okay, so this is an idea I had with the tape measure that I want to use. Is it's got these snaps on it. No one gasp, okay? But we're gonna line this right along there. Just along the top. And then we're going to go on the back side and we're going to do the same thing back there. Just to give us a little trim work that's going to look really cool on the inside cover. Now the ones you get are not yellow. The ones I ended up purchasing for the kits I did not like the snaps. So therefore I didn't want to use the snaps. Just like so. Look at how fun that looks. I don't know if that's going to stick. On this side over here, you don't have no glue, Jimmy Lou. Get some glue happening, girlfriend. What's the problem? Ooh, hot, 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 hot tamale, hot tamale. It is a nice touch. So even if you don't have, I may end up cutting that because it's really bugging me. Even if you don't have, you can print it. You can print stuff out. That will look really, really cool. So trying to get that to stick down there. And then we're going to sneak to the back here. And we're just going to take some right up to the edge there and cut it off. So you can use these. When we do the tags, it's going to be really cool because we're going to have all of these pieces that we can use as edges for our tags and stuff. That'll be just super cute. So just be careful gluing this kind of stuff because it, like the plastic got super hot right there. Right, let's grab one of these. So again, if you purchase today a kit, you're getting a bonus of some of these to go into your journals. So those were not previously scheduled to be in the yeah, you had to be up at crack of dawn. So look at how pretty that looks, right? All right, so let's take a look. And I'm a looker. I'm like, let's flip through. Let's see, what do we want to add? Right now I'm looking for, where is my little case? Okay, so in those cases, you got some things that are like little charms like this. And you got some bulb pins, like so. And you can do this. You can take this and you can slip it on and you can put it. You can also include a button if you got a little bitty button. I had this little tiny button in here that I really liked. Hang on, I have to find it. Oh gosh, when I had it dumped out, it was like right there. It was perfect. It's not that one. Hold on. Hold on, I want to find it. It was a little button too, you guys. Maybe it's hiding. Maybe I lost it. Here it is. It has all these different colors on it. And the colors match the color of the kit. So let's see if we put this, we have to go this direction. So we're going to add this onto here. And then we have this pair of scissors. That's a little charm. And then we're going to go right through this. Now let's go this direction. Maybe. Just like so. Try not to wrinkle your paper if you can help it. Like so. And then you have those pieces, the little charms and dangles and stuff. So when the book is closed, look, now we have things hanging out up here too. And then those things can get moved. If you purchase the book, you end up with the book and you say, I just don't like that, then you can move it. Okay, it's entirely up to you. That looks great. We have, so this is like bonus stuff. This was the stuff that we cut off the other side, and it's really, really pretty, and I think it will look good as a belly band kind of over the top of this. So we'd have to glue it here and glue it here to create a belly band, and then we can tuck something like these papers. We can trim out some of these papers and use them underneath. Oops, I think I missed when I was cutting. So, you know, we can take pieces like this. How to use your Simplicity pattern. You got this back here, and you can fold this like so, right? And it can get tucked into a belly band, right? So let's do that. So let's find a place that we can use this as a belly band material that will look really cool. You can, Pat, I usually use this paper. Oh my goodness, do I not have any in here? If I don't have any in here, I'm going to jump out the window. I'm not even kidding. Because I always have it. Oh, good thing I don't have to jump. I buy this journaling paper from Temu. I love this journaling paper. You can glue it, you can decoupage it, you can fold it and do all the fun stuff with it. So I like to fold it like so, and then I like to tuck it in places. Places like these pockets are a great place because then it's there. Somebody can pull it out, they can write on it, they can do all the things. So, yes, you can totally do it. You got some sewing ephemera at a yard sale. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I think we're going to go back here with it. Because I think this is kind of plain and this is kind of pretty. And this has got a pocket. And this will tuck in underneath of that belly band. So, now you can use anything for a belly band. You can use paper. You can use pieces of ribbon. This is ribbon that you're getting. This can totally be a belly band, but I like the look of this stuff, okay? And we're gonna have to, there's no doubt in my mind that we're not gonna have to put a little edging on each side just to keep things in place, okay? Because otherwise it's gonna jump everywhere. So you know that stuff that I used earlier will work. Pieces of lace will also work to cover the edge of that so it doesn't look so sloppy as well. So let's see here. We want to go, let's cut this part right here. Okay. Scoot that stuff to the side. Oh, you know what? We can use this. Y'all are getting a nice big amount of this stuff. You can also, look, you can also use pieces of your measuring tape along the edge there. Totally. I love how it's sticking out. All right, so let's just do a little glue here and a little glue here. I don't know why it bubbles sometimes, other than the fact that it might be because of the glue on the opposite side might be making it jump around like that. So that's a possibility. Okay, so there we go. Whew, that's in place. Whew. So then we have this rickrack. So let's add rickrack border here. And again, it's just adding some glue that'll hold it into place. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's take a piece of this. Fold this like this. And we're going to make this wrap around down here like so. You guys see what I'm doing? Staplers are your best friends. Unless you run out of staples, which is likely to happen because it's been a bit since I've used it. But that now, we now have a tab, which is fun. Don't be afraid to do tabs. They can be a lot of fun. Alright, so there's some rick-a-rack for that side. Oops, hang on. I should have cut it beforehand. And I didn't, but that's okay. And that also reinforces it and helps it to do all the things. But I like that now my belly band has this kind of dangle feel to it. It also has some stretch to it. So whatever we put behind there will kind of fit nicely. So this should slide down in there. We'll have to trim it off a little bit. You know what? We're going to have to use the scissors. Otherwise, it's going to go all wonkadoodle on us and it's going to be crazy. Crazy insane. Okay, so now we can take this and it will slip right down through there. Just like so. And anything else we want to stick in there. Okay, so if we want to make, we're going to make some journaling cards then. You can totally do that. Okay, so we have this little sewing kit, and I keep going around and around about what do I want to do with the little sewing kit. And I told you guys to save your piece of felt that was extra. Everyone's getting a little extra piece of felt. Your felt that's cut around your piece is a little bit big. So we're going to make just a little tiny needle keep is what we're going to do, okay? So let me tell you. I'm going to show you, but then you can do exactly what you want, okay? So here's my little piece of felt, okay? And what I want to do is I want to make a little cover for this, okay? So I want to get a piece of fabric or something. Lace will work. Any of those things will work, okay? There's, like, I have this linen fabric laying here. That will work. Oh, you know what will work? This will work. Here's a piece of doily. This will be, like, almost perfect for this. So I'm going to nip off 2 of these circles to use together, okay? Don't worry, it'll fall apart, but that's okay. It's part of the beauty of it. So we're just going to grab 2 of these. Now, I got to tell you, this will have to go to the sewing machine, which I'm not going to show you because we're not going out there. But then all I got to do is take this, fold this in half, right? And then wrap this around here like so. And then when I take it to the sewing machine, I'm going to stitch straight down the middle, okay? Then this will open like so, and you have this for needles. This will open for needles, and then needles here. So it's going to be just something decorative, and then you can take this, and this can get tucked in there. And that's a great thing to tuck in there, a great place for it. But this is like a, and I was debating whether I wanted to use this for on the front cover, or if I wanted to stick this in my needle keep. So here's the pieces. So let me show you what I want to do here. Oh, I should have included some safety pins more than this. So we're going to just take this little safety pin, and we're going to take these 2 little buttons, a little white one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab a, oh goodness, a bulb pin. And we're just going to take these 2 buttons, and we're going to stick them on this bulb pin. Okay. So there's 2 little buttons that'll be in your little needle keep. And I'm just going to, you know, let's stick it there. We'll have to sew it, but, And when I sew it, it's going to make a little book. It's going to look like a little book. Now you can put 2 pieces of stuff there, but look how cute that's going to look. Now you can trim it if you want to. This will open like this. Then you have this space here. And here's just a little needle, right? So we're going to stick this needle here. What else do we have that we can stick on there? I told you, I'm sending you guys 2 little stick pins if you're getting a kit. Here's 2 little stick pins that look like buttons. You can put one here. And we can stick one inside here, like so. And then here's this little safety pin, okay? So all I have to do is take my hole punch, right? And I'm going to use my smaller side, which is, what is this, 1/8 of an inch. And we're just going to punch a hole in it. So the little card didn't have a hole, but I just gave it one. And we're going to slip that on there. And we're just going to add this to here as well. And then it'll all be sewn up nice and tight and into this little booklet, right? Super cute. And then you can even take, I have these metal pieces that you can decorate the front of this if you want to. That'll look cute there. You also have like your buttons. You can stitch a button on there if you want to. Whatever you like. Here's the little piece that says handmade with love. That'll look super cute stitched on there. So those are just things that you can do with that little needle pouch, okay? With the little needle pouch, with the little needle pouch. Now, this did not come in your kit, but if you don't use the black lace that I sent, the little 2 humps of lace, you could turn this into the front of a needle cape. Use some lace or some fabric that you have, whatever you like, and just decorate it up. I'm not really sure how I want to decorate it, though, because there's some really cool buttons. This is a metal button. Listen. That's a metal button, you guys. That's kind of cool. And I'm trying to stick in with what I have here. This one has 4. And you can just stitch that. And you can add this too. And just do a little kind of cluster thing on there if you want to. Entirely up to you. But when I sew it on the sewing machine, it will all stay together. And then it will tuck inside here like so. Just like that. And that's going to live in there. And whatever is stitched on there is going to show through that, okay? So you can also take whatever you like, and you can add some buttons or some beads. Or, you know, we have this metal piece, which would kind of be perfect. That would kind of look really cool right there along that edge. So, and these came from Temu. So I get things from Temu for in these kits. But I buy them in a bigger, like I'm okay with buying the bigger quantity or buying a few more. So then that way, you know, we all kind of just hang out or whatever. So I got to do that. That's work I have to take out. That won't take long on the sewing machine. Although I have to reload a bobbin because I stole the bobbin for on the bottom down here. But look at how cute. And then you can even take, you know, pieces of this journaling paper. Fold it in 3s. I like to fold it in 3s. You could fold it however you like. And you can stitch. You can stick this down. And this is going to hold a lot in this belly band because it stretches pretty far. And just stick some things in there that you want it to have, okay? Who else is loving it besides Miss Ellen? Okay, also let me show you. So I got this from Cindy, okay? And it's a... like a linen, vintage linen that she has on a bobbin. So let me tell you, I'm not sure how much is on here. There's not a lot on there, but this is a wooden spool. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this, and we're not going to use all of it because I want some of that linen for inside here. And we're going to lob it off, you guys, and we're going to tie this in a knot on here. Okay. And let me just say that you can stick this onto your cover if you like, but I'm just doing that. And then I'm pulling it around like so this way. And I'm pulling it around like so this way. And we're going to glue that down. And it's going to look kind of vintagey. So then this could go on I know. You could do a garland. I've done garlands out of these already. So you could do a garland. The sun's coming out, you guys. You could do a garland. I'll have to be careful. Larry's going to call me soon. But this can then go on with this little spool out on the edge. And that's what we're going to do with it. Okay, so let's add this here. And we're just going to glue that down. Now you can add some sparklies or some buttons or a little charm or something on there. In fact, a charm sounds mighty good. Here's one. So I got a little bead and a little sewing thing. And then you could, whoops, that's not going to work. Hold on. It will work if I get it on there right. Whoops. Okay, and we're just going to clip this on there. We're just going to push it through and close it up. Now, I went off the rail there for a second, you guys, because, but look at how cute that looks. And that'll look really cute on a charm, just like so. So we have this piece here now, and I want to use this along the edge here. So I'm just gonna, we're just gonna grab us a piece. You can tear it if you want to. You can do whatever you like, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this down through here, like so. I was supposed to take a break at 11:30, so then he was going to call me, and I just missed his call. You guys are important too. He knows it. Okay, and then whatever you want to add along the edge there. So we have this. The only thing I want to be careful with this is I do not want it to look like colors from another land. So I'm trimming that off, okay? So you can do this along the edge here then too, right? Could add a button card. Yep, it's coming. Hold tight. Hold, please. And we're just going to add this down through here like so. My God, I love when you guys read my mind. That means that you guys are like on the same wavelength as me. So I had a button card here from yesterday, because I even saved it because it had all the buttons yanked off of it. Hang on, let me grab another one. If you don't have a button card, you can buy them and print them. Okay, so these are button cards right here. These here are button cards, if you don't know what she's talking about. So you can buy button cards and you can add them wherever, okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 button cards to spare. So I will tell you what, Miss Grace, you purchased yours early on. You can get a button card. I'm writing your name on the back though, so I don't forget. It's going to go in your pack. Grace Abate. She already purchased her kit. So that means 5. Then first 5 kits that sell will get a vintage button card tossed into their package as well. So you can do something cool like I'm about to do here. So you can do a couple of things with button cards. Is you can cover the back with pretty paper and use it as a writing spot. Or you can do exactly what I'm going to do here. And we're just going to glue it on and make it a cluster. Okay, so we got that linen fabric there, and then we have our tape measure, and we have our little piece like this, and now we've just decorated up a place for writing. Okay, so you have a writing place right here where you can write. So first 5 kits that sell in the shop will get a button card also included. That is not something that was part of the kit, and we're just, hold on, I want to put something on there. Let's use this. And I had a teeny button in here. Hold on, I'm going to find one on the floor. I got lots of buttons on the floor. Buttons on the floor happen. Okay, so here's one. And hold on, I had a clippy. I got excited and I lost my clippy. Here's another one. So here's a little bulb pin, right? And here's a little pretty, right? A little pretty. And hang on a second. Something else I want to stick on there, but I'm not sure what. So I'm just fiddling till I find something that I want. Sometimes it just, you got to find it. You got to find what you want. Maybe it's just a little piece of lace or something, and that's what I think I'm going for. So this just came out of my lace bin. I keep a bin up here of lace stuff, and we're just going to go ahead and just put this on like so. Right, and we're going to take it, we're going to go right through that loop. Just like so. And then we're just going to use a little glue, and we're just going to tack that down. So it's not going to go too far. So we did a little button and all those fun things. Whoops, stick there. Stick there, stick there. Okay. What time is it? Let's take a look and see what time. Did you ever finish? Nope. Nope. I did not finish the other sewing book. I am really sorry. So, okay, so here's the deal. We're going to take, this is a good place to take a break. You could add some other things on here. I am sending a zipper, but you guys can add zippers if you want to. We're going to do something cool with this zipper, I promise. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to come back at 12:30, and we're going to work from 12:30 until 2. Okay, 12:30, 1:30, 2. That's an hour and a half. This gives me time to get kits put together and all that fun stuff. Oh, we had this Aida cloth too I want to use. And here's this little pockets. This is fun because perhaps maybe you don't use all of your little trinkety things that I send you. But you still want to kind of include them in your book. You can put them in these little coin pouches, right? So there's a little coin pouch. And then in there is, you're getting a little tiny paper clip, a little itty bitty one, right? We'll hold that closed. And then just find a place to tuck it, wherever you want it to kind of live and hang out. Like so. You can also take it and stick it into one of these pockets, and that clip will still just be there to kind of hold things on. So, what are those? A bulb pin. Grace is right. B-U-L-B pin. So, we're motoring right along. We're getting nice and chubby, which is just how I like it. We got stuff hanging out on all the edges. We're going to add some more lace on here. We have that black lace I want to still add, and something cool we're going to do here on our cover. So, join me at 12:30. Go have some lunch, hang out, check out someone that is live maybe, and see what's happening. And we will hang out real soon, you guys. Really, real soon. This is going to look how pretty. It's pretty. Oh, so pretty. All right, you guys, have a good afternoon. I'll see you at 12:30. And oh, look at how pretty this would match. And I'm good, Deborah Campbell. So remember, the next 5 purchases of the Sewing Journal Kit will get a vintage button card. Because I have so many of them, you guys. And they will look great in your books. So you guys all have a good rest of your day. Here is the link for the kit if you need it. Clipboard. Sewing journal. Done. There you go. And again, first 5 that purchase, once those are gone, they're gone. And I will see you guys all real soon. Stay kind, and you never know what someone